All right, what's up, guys? Gurgang, peeps, and Padawans. I'm going live when it comes to my latest Yodaism, Fandoms Unite. So bear with me as I'm more of a writer than a speaker. So let's start. Let's get on with the Yodaism, the newest Yodaism I just wrote last night, and hopefully I was able to fix any errors when it comes to my writing. So here goes. Fandoms Unite. Misa on Wheels once said, "Cosplay is not a contest of who can be the best of a certain character. Cosplay is a collaboration of those who have the most fun celebrating the character, not to mention awe-inspiring spectacle of countless individuals at a convention or often referred to as a con, dressed as their favorite characters from either TV, movies, music, sports, manga, or whatever the case may be, is truly an experience in itself. Yet it's one thing to go and just merely witness the extravaganza to where one engages with a cosplay for a picture, but to actually take part in it by dressing up is a level of commitment and creative preparation that most definitely shows how consistent, dedicated a guy slash girl is for only a couple days of tremendous fun. All right, on to the next paragraph. Let me ask you this question to those who dressed up in cosplay for the very first time at a convention. Everybody remembers their first time regarding who he slash she cosplayed as, and depending on the level of detail and effort put in it, gives a cosplayer an added boost of confidence, especially when any sort of reaction from one's fellow geeks as well as nerds is given slash directed his, her, their way. For there's certainly a sense of accomplished relief indeed when all the frustration, stress, setbacks, anxiety, anger, worrying, disappointments, etc., all go away once it all comes together to the point where you've been happily and excitedly recognized as the character itself by either a fellow cosplayer or by someone just attending who is not in costume. All right. As I said before, it's one thing to go and just merely witness the extravaganza to where one engages with a cosplayer for a picture, but to actually take part in it by dressing up is a level of commitment and creative preparation that most definitely shows how consistently dedicated a guy slash girl is for only a couple days of tremendous fun. True, you as a person is totally unrecognizable since nobody really knows who you are unless you've attended so many times that a following has been established via social media. In other words, you have absolute anonymity to act how you want in character within reason, of course. Essentially, each one of us are given the opportunity to step outside of our normal and oftentimes hectic lives for a few days to be someone other than ourselves with complete strangers who are doing the same thing, so much so they may possibly end up becoming friends. I know that when it comes to cons that I go to myself, whether it's Pensacon for the last, let's see, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, I don't know, 6 years for me. I've made a tremendous amount of friends. I made friends with Anthony Rubel, Richard Lozano, um, Brandon Rutledge, Austin Weston, and when I'm going to MegaCon, I made friends with Hannah Williams, James Conklin, uh, and so many others. That's hard to, and Brian McCauley, so many others that they've become hopefully lifelong friends. Uh, but in any case, on with the next paragraph. If you think about it, it's not just the awesome costumes that make a con such an incredible experience. That's just the tip of the iceberg, as there are also other events that involve cosplayers to participate in, the music headliners, all the merchandise to potentially purchase, and most of all, the celebrity appearances that many cosplayers look forward to year round. In addition to the celebrity appearances in which you get to interact personally at their table, there's also the Q&A slash Q&A, question and answer panels at designated locations around the con area where he, she, they speak at, providing information slash funny stories, known or unknown to we fans that potentially wait in line to be seated for it. Let me tell you something. You never really know how a celebrity meeting that you've actually anxiously waited for will turn out. And once it happens to you personally, I hope it turns out absolutely memorable in more ways than one. And finally, in retrospect, cosplaying as your favorite character can be an absolutely rewarding. Let me start over with that one. It's live anyway, so hey, what are you gonna do? In retrospect, cosplaying as your favorite character can be absolutely rewarding experience. And whether you go to the same con every year or different ones around the United States, your overall experience with each one you go to will be different. Granted, it does physically take its toll as it drains the energy from you near the end of it, but you would gladly do it all over again, even with the body pain. However, a few things as it pertains to cosplay we would gladly not want to ever deal with are phantom wig head, which everybody knows if you wear like a wig when it involving your costume, it can be very weird experience once you take it off. So yeah, costume tears, which is a drag, broken props, foul odors related to people, long lines to wait in, handsy people who don't understand personal space, etc. Yeah, that's the end of it, etc. Ultimately, when you go to a con dressed in cosplay, you're proudly displaying your geek nerd card without any judgment whatsoever. In the end, it's when fandoms unite for a kind of purpose of having fun instead of bashing each other online, then the atmosphere itself becomes much more enjoyable. And there you have it, my friends, Girl Gang, peeps, and Padawans. Hope you enjoyed this live YouTube version of my latest Yodaism number 846, Fandoms Unite. And when it comes to my, feel free to also, I know this is live, so bear with me. Feel free to on the corner, that on the corner of this of any of my videos or this video, hopefully, is a little Yoda icon, and just click on it and subscribe to my channel. And be a following member of this channel and become a Yoda Guru Gang member of Guru Gang, peeps, or Padawan. Also, if you want anything else to do, since we're all sequestered, for some of us maybe, quarantine, to check out any of my social media links: Facebook, Twitter, DeviantArt page. My latest drawing was a reverse flash, and I also posted the drawing of that video drawing. And my latest chapter of my Chuck fan fiction. If you go, there's a link to that on my other videos. For my latest story of Chuck versus the Proposal, and I'm working on my latest chapter. My last chapter that I posted was, let's see, Finder Center. This one, the latest chapter I'm working on is the knife lesson. So, hope you're intrigued by that. Look out for that. Hopefully you're abiding by. Anyways, with that said, I hope you're abiding by the quarantine rules of staying 6 feet away, or at least just staying indoors. Read a good book. For I know, as an introvert myself, and my fellow introverts, we've been training for this our whole lives, which is a joke. It's been going on for a while. I know extroverts have a tough time. So, right, take advice from an introvert. Read a book, draw, um, watch streaming services online. I highly recommend Star Trek Picard, or whatever the case may be. If you're like I mentioned before, I'm doing a Czech fan fiction. I've been doing it since I since I watched Chuck on the series. So I highly recommend watching Chuck. 5 seasons. Hopefully, I'll be coming back for one more season for those who are Chuck fans. Anyways, with that said, hope you guys have a good one, and that's all. Stay safe out there. Later.